Hey everybody, I'm back today with our next Laura Sketches Reimagined. There's the sketch we're going to use today. I've pulled in a selection of products from my How to Kill a Kit with Style Fall Mega Kit. So I have these beautiful papers and that leaf die cut. I have this stamp set, my photo, and then of course the flare, some sequins, and these 3 papers. So my friend Christy watched my unboxing, my kit share, and she sent me a private message and she said, you have to use that wood grain paper before the 15th of the month. So we're gonna oblige her today. So I started with that paper and then chose products for my kit that coordinated with that paper. I'm doing my stamping here. I'm using icing on the cake, and then I'm going to fill in the colors of the leaves with melon ice, limoncello, and orange peel ink. So I had someone comment on my video on Monday that I sounded out of breath. I was okay. I was at my brother's and I had to do that video kind of like really quick and on the fly. I hadn't had a chance to voice over the video before it needed to go up for Wild Whisper. So that was just me trying to race through a voiceover. I am totally fine. We should be back on schedule now for regularly scheduled content. Lots of stuff coming to my channel. I took Thursday through Monday off, did a social media detox, I guess. I stayed off of Instagram, stayed off of Facebook. I actually, for those of you that don't know, I do some work behind the scenes for Spiegel Mom Scraps, and I actually took the whole weekend off. It was a very nice getaway. I got to go visit my brother, who I haven't seen since December of 2019. Today is the first day I got to spend any real time back in my scrapbook room, and I have the next couple days set aside definitely to work. So there will be lots of videos coming to my channel, but in case you were missing me or wondering why the tumbleweeds were kind of rolling through, that's what was going on. So I'm just going to continue on here, layering up these stamps with all these pretty colors. Aren't they beautiful? I love these stamps. They're from a few years ago. They're from Altenew. If I can find them on their website, I will link them up. Altenew is pretty good about keeping things on their website for a while and not having things immediately sell out. So if I can find them, I'll link them down below. I did a total of 9 leaves, and then I went ahead and fussy cut them out. I don't have coordinating dies for these. And then I used the craft paper and that foil paper that was part of my kit to cut the die cuts from close to my heart. I ended up with some leftover leaves and some leftover die cuts, but that's okay. I would much rather go ahead and have leftovers and be able to put them. I've added to the kit just a little bag to hold extras like this that I can just pull from when I need a little something to finish off a layout. And I'd rather do too many than not enough. So I'm going to work on this layout. I'm going to do it I'm going to follow the sketch pretty much, I think. I move the title. I make the title way, way bigger. You'll kind of see this as I go through. So the sketch has these little top strips across the top, and I cut the Hambly screen printed paper, and then I cut this kind of border strip here to go across the top of my page. So I have a really old border maker punch. It's from Creative Memories. They do still sell it, but they probably don't sell that specific punch. But that's the border maker that I use. I decided to go ahead and make my photo a square. I had kind of gone back and forth about whether I was going to do that. The sketch shows a square photo, but of course I could have gone with a 4x6 photo, I didn't really need to stick to that. But I decided after looking at my picture that it would actually work pretty well as a square. There was a lot of open space there. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take this kind of yellow paper with the little hearts on it. I'm going to cut it into a banner shape, and then I'm going to use the Hambly paper and the solid craft cardstock to cut some mats to go behind my photo. So I am going to go ahead and kind of get these. I made my layers wonky like they had them in the sketch. So goal number 1 with regard to the fall How to Kill a Kit with Style. Use the beautiful Webster's Pages wood grain paper. Done. Woo. All right. Anybody else want to challenge me to use any part of my kit? Leave a comment below. Let me know what you think. I used a pencil and made a mark as to where my banner piece was going to go, because I'm going to pull my ginormous Misty out and I'm going to stamp the title. I'm going to use this stamp set. So this is the Eva stamp set. It's the Eva alphabet stamp. It is from the Paper Person. If you want to keep an eye on it, maybe you can snatch it up on eBay. It's huge. It's gorgeous. It is. I cannot tell you how much I love this stamp set. I know it's not available anymore at the Paper Person shop, but it's so fabulous. Like, I love it. So I'm using an upside down D to kind of as a placeholder. I wanted to make sure that Happy was going to fit, because if Happy was going to fit, then the rest of my title was going to fit, and I didn't need to worry about it. Usually when I'm stamping a title, I will just stamp kind of free range, like use the mat of the Misty, but not the door. But because I really wasn't sure if I was going to need to stamp this twice, and I also I wanted to get the placement just so, I decided that I would use the door for each of these letters, and I'm going to stamp my title using Icing on the Cake ink from Catherine Puller. It's this rich, deep, dark, gorgeous brown color. I am going to use a really simple title. I have been looking for some good, like, new fall or autumn titles, things that are kind of a little out of the ordinary that I could use for this season, and I'm having a really hard time finding anything that's, like, different or unique. So if you want to leave a comment below, if you have anything that's, like, good for fall, a little bit different, leave that down below. Look, I'm asking you guys to comment all these things. So in case you missed it, you can comment down below and leave me like a cool fall title. That would be fun for future layouts if you know of any good ones. Or if you challenge me to use something that's part of my huge fall mega kit, you can do that too. I decided to just go with Happy Fall, y'all. I don't know. That's what I went with. And I was really awesome about getting this F like right in there, like nice and nestled in. And then I get to the L and things kind of go a little wonky because I didn't think about the fact that the L's in this stamp set have those little like serifs on them. So I kind of just let them go ahead and overlap ever so slightly. It's okay. But yeah, I was so excited when I put the F down because I'm like, oh, that's like the perfect placement. And then I got to the L and I'm like, oh, what did I do? So once I had my title stamped, ready to go, I am just going to go ahead and put my Misty away, kind of pull my photo and all of the layers behind it out. And now we can play a little bit. So I am going to move my clusters around a bit. So the sketch calls for the title to be like right below the photo, and of course I moved it off to the left because I knew I had that like big kind of blocky title piece. So I'm going to start by putting in some of those leaves. Just a pair, so I'm going to put them right where they are. And then the clusters on the sketch. So there is one at the top, one to the right of the photo, and then one that's supposed to go down further below the photo to kind of compensate or to be a part of the title. So I just moved that one over so that it was still part of my title. And it still creates a visual triangle. So for each cluster, I'm going to have 2 of my stamped leaves, 2 of the die cut leaves, and then I'm going to go ahead and add a flare to each of the clusters as well. I am using some Scrap and Happy Flare. This is epoxy flare. It has these cute little pumpkins on it. And I had my wood slice paper there that I really wanted to use. And then I found my flare, and then I took the rest of the colors and designed from my layout from those elements. Now that I have my flare down, super easy to put down a flare from Scrap and Happy Studio. Just use your tape runner and it sticks perfectly. I'm going to grab Llewellyn, who's going to help me add a little bit of sequin detail. I went with these Moonshine sequins. This is an older sequin mix from Spiegelmom Scraps. I'm sure that they're not available anymore. They're just clear sequins. They just provide a little bit of clear sparkle, and they're very large, so I'm not going to use a lot of them. I'm just going to dot them around here and there around my layout, and that's where we are going to call this one done. If you have any questions about any of the products that I use, the names of papers, things like that, you can head on over to my How to Kill a Kit with Style Mega Fall Kit walkthrough. And if I can find the leaf stamp at Altenews website, I will definitely go ahead and link it up below. Have a wonderful day. Bye.